Updates on Mazi Kanu's ongoing court proceedings today, the 28th of May 2025. You all remember the last time the court was adjourned till 6 days, starting from this 28th, tomorrow, 6th, 16th, 18th, of June. You understand? 6 days. So right now, let's quickly go into today's court proceedings between the third witness known as PW3, Mr. CCC. You remember the first witness was Mr. AAA, second one BBB, now is Mr. CCC. So pay close attention. Let's quickly go into the cross-examination, right, between the prosecution and the witness. Please pay attention. You get wetin happen for here, okay? And they share this video. If you are listening from YouTube, please subscribe to the channel and leave the notification bell, or if you are watching from TikTok, Facebook, or X, anywhere you are watching from, please stay tuned and always share, repost, share video. Okay, now let's quickly go into the cross-examination. Now the prosecution asked, can you please tell the court who you are and if you know the defendant? The witness says, I work with the SSS, which is State Security Service. I worked for 27 years. I know the defendant. He is the leader and founder of IPOB, a terrorist organization. He founded Radio Biafra he used to invite violence to the public. My first encounter with him was in 2015 when I was asked to interrogate him after his arrest. I invited him with 3 other officers for interview. I told him his interview was going to be recorded and he agreed. He agreed to be recorded and also wrote down a statement himself. The interview was conducted on October 1st and written interview was on the 23rd October, both in 2015. The prosecution presented the video interview and written statement of the defendant to the witness for identification. The witness has confirmed both. Listen, now the prosecution asked again, you also told the court defendant made written statement, right? The witness say, yes, my lord. Prosecution take permission to show the defendant the written statement obtained in 2015. Written statement is shown to the defendant, which is Nnamdi Kanu. They show the written statement to Nnamdi Kanu. Then the defense counsel, Nnamdi Kanu defense counsel, they interjected. They say, my client says the written statement was under duress. You all understand, right? Then the judge asked the defendant, you mean these 3 statements were under duress? Can you prove it? Is the judge that is asking the defendant, can you prove it? Otherwise, I'm going to order trial within trial. You have to prove it in specific that your client made the statement involuntarily, which is like under duress. Listen. Subsequently, the judge asked the defendant to give element of involuntariness to the statement, asked that the defendant be given a sheet of paper to write them down. Paul Orokoro-san read the defendant's involuntariness statement. Listen. I asked for my lawyer, which is the statement written by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Listen now. I asked for my lawyer and the DSS refused. It wasn't the gentleman in the dock that interviewed me. It was one Mr. Brown. I was in dungeon and I was allowed 1 hour of airtime, but Mr. Brown threatened that if I did not write down what they wanted, the 1 hour airtime would be taken away from me. I was forced by the DSS agent to write some words against my will, and I was bleeding from the nose at that time. The judge now asked the prosecution, what do you have to say about this said involuntariness? The prosecution said he was not beaten to make the statement, that Nnamdi Kanu was not beaten to make the statement. Prosecution to the witness, they say, you also told the court the defendant made a written statement. The CCC, which is the witness, CCC say, yes, my lord. Judge orders trial within trial to determine whether or not the statement made by the defendant was under duress or not. Now, let's check out what is trial within trial. Trial within trial is a legal proceeding used by a criminal trial, particularly in a jurisdiction like Nigeria, where a confessional statement, a statement made by the accused admitting to a crime, is tendered as evidence. It is essential as a mini trial within the main trial, designed to specifically determine whether the confessional statement was made voluntarily or involuntarily. Do you understand? So let's continue with the cross-examination of witness CCC. All right. Remember, there was a video played, including the written statement they claimed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wrote in 2015. So in that video, the defense is now asking the witness, pay attention, the defense asked the witness that he observed throughout the video played, none of the interviewers showed their faces. He now asked the witness why. The witness said that they are protected by the law. Defense asked again, Did you introduce yourself to the defense before the interview? Did you tell him your real name? The witness said yes, that he mentioned his real name. Defense asked again, do you know the names of anyone working in the organization? Witness said no. Defense asked again, do you ever enter the cell or where the defendant was confined? The witness said, I didn't really get that question. Defense asked again, do you have underground cell in your facility? Witness said that is not aware of that. Defense asked again, are you aware that so many people detained in your custody have announced that they were kept in an underground cell? Witness said that is just hearing it then. Defense said again, do you hear when Sowore said that he was detained in an underground cell? The witness said that anybody can say anything to whip up public sympathy. Defense asked again, are you aware the defendant was held in an underground cell? Witness say that is not our way and that cannot be true. Can you imagine? Listen, defense asked again, did you notice you people were forcing the defendant on what to write? Witness said that nobody was forcing him, that they were just trying to guide him. Defense asked again, did you observe he wore same shirt every day for the interview? The witness said yes. Another question again from the defense, he asked, did you notice how tired he was when he asked for water? Witness said that he did not notice that. Then Paul asked, did you know someone called Mr. Brown threatened him? He said he don't know about that. Now let's move over to the defendant, which is the IPOB leader Mazen Kanu. Mazen Kanu called in as a witness to the talk. Defense asked him, if I have a letter to deliver to you, where would it be? Mazen Kanu said DSS dungeon. Defense asked again, how long have you been in the DSS? He said 6 years. Defense asked, you mentioned to the court you were under duress when you wrote the statement. Mazen Kanu said, yes, I did. Mazen Kanu goes ahead to narrate the court how he was tortured and brought to Abuja from Lagos blindfolded, and also mention how Mr. Brown threatened him unless he writes a statement as they wanted that he, Mr. Brown, had the power to make sure he was jailed. Also talked about how he was blindfolded and chained to put in a flight to the DSS as they wanted to bring him to Abuja in 2015, and also how he was put in an underground cell because they didn't want him to be around someone. He says the light in that underground was dim. He talked about his nosebleed, how the blood was leaving a trail as he walked. Then the DSS noticed it and brought a doctor to him who mentioned that they should give Mazen Kanu an hour airtime so he doesn't buy. He also mentioned that the video played were heavily edited, removing the part where the DSS officers who interviewed him were threatening him. Mazen Kanu also mentioned he was repeatedly denied lawyers, even when he asked repeatedly. At no point was a lawyer brought to him until he was transferred to Kuje in 2015. The prosecutor asked Mazen Kanu, was your detention approved by court? Mazen Kanu said, no court approved my detention. Prosecutor asked again, when you gave the DSS your name and contact of your lawyer, did they come? Mazen Kanu said they never asked for the names and contact of my lawyers. Case has been adjourned till tomorrow, the 29th of May, 2025.